This was a study by Google, which is called Project Oxygen. The Project Oxygen is a study conducted by that company that tried to identify what are the top reasons that allow a manager to best engage their employees in the company. One of the answers from the survey among Google employees was what they call as psychological safety. The ability and the belief that I can challenge my boss's ideas, challenge other people's ideas, or suggest new ideas without being bullied or judged for it. If I were to summarize what we call as psychological safety here, you look at the graph, the y-axis refers to psychological safety. The higher I go up, the more psychologically safe I feel to raise my own thoughts. The x-axis refers to performance pressure, the ability for me to perform really well in business. In our careers, in our companies, we have what we call as employees under the apathy zone. So these are employees who don't feel psychologically safe and they also don't perform well according to the axis. They say, they never acted on my suggestion anyway. What's the point of saying? Have you had those kinds of employees? And there are also employees who fall under high psychological safety, but the performance is really poor. So these are the ones who say, I'm stress-free at this stage. If there's nothing broken, there's nothing to be fixed. We have them at the category of what we call as the comfort zone. They feel too much comfort in where they belong. They don't anymore suggest new ideas during meetings, even if they have, because if they do, the meeting might prolong. That's right. We have employees also under what we call as the anxiety zone, in which in this case, they perform extremely well, but their psychological safety is poor. That's because they're only performing based on the instructions given to them. They are following every cookie cutter mold imposed onto them. So these are employees who say, I might get fired or not promoted if I challenge my boss' idea. Therefore, even if I think it's dangerous to do it or it will not work out for business, I will not challenge. I'll shut up. They perform extremely well, but their value is not maximized and they could have thought of other great ideas for business. Finally, you have what we call as the learning zone, in which they say they might have reservations about my crazy ideas, about my suggestions, but my boss is open-minded. I think he will take a chance on it and see if it works, and if it doesn't, that's fine. At least we've tried. These are employees that we want because they will not hold back sharing their thoughts, because even if it might be crazy, it might mean the next big thing for the business. I want you guys to hold again an imaginary dart, and I want you to pin it on the screen. Let's first ask yourselves, you as an employee, where do you fall today in terms of your psychological safety? Question number 2, imagine and visualize your direct reports, especially the millennials. Do you think they feel psychologically safe to speak up and talk to you if they have issues about their careers, their workload, or their other colleagues? And number 3, look at the culture in the company when it comes to engaging direct reports or even their leaders. I hope you guys fall under what we call as the learning zone.